The X-Men were silent for most of the trip to Magneto's fortress. The storm had cleared soon after they left the base, which was now occupied only by the Avengers, 3 of the Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man. The X-Men all finally had a moment to consider the situation. Wolverine was jumpy and irritable.
Why all the popping claws, Logan? We are all ready to fight, but you look ready to kill.
Kurt, I go through life holding back. I'm only able to keep the animal in check because I work at it every single second. But this is war. Maybe the last war for all the marbles. This time, there's no taking prisoners. Doesn't matter what Chuck thinks.
Up in the cockpit, Storm pointed ahead.
There, Scott.
Cyclops sat beside her at the navigation controls. He twisted the throttle and nudged the controller sideways, edging the ship closer to the structure she had pointed out.
If Magneto's not in the mood for an alliance, we could be in for the fight of our lives.
You got it wrong, Slim. The fight of our lives is already happening. It started when we got here. There's no way out of it now.
Scott looped their ship in for a landing. The X-Men disembarked and walked right in through the unlocked, unguarded front entrance of the fortress. They entered a large, glass-bound room. The Wasp was sitting across from Magneto. Looked like they were having a friendly chat, like one they might have had in a penthouse overlooking Central Park.
Hey, Max! Any beer around?
Startled, Magneto stared as Wasp jumped to her feet.
Logan, please.
Sorry, Chuck. I know you had a big speech planned, but I don't think you really understand what you got us into. We turned our backs on the Avengers. Fine. You want to kiss and make up with Magneto? Fine. But we need to come on strong, or he's gonna find a way to put us all in the ground.
Good morning, Eric. Janet, I'm glad to see you all well. I've come to discuss joining forces with you, Eric. I believe it may be mutually advantageous to forget our differences and work together. As a force independent of Captain America and Reed Richards, there is much we might accomplish together.
Interesting. Janet and I have been discussing precisely that. Slay your enemies and all you desire shall be yours. That is what the Beyonder promised. And having seen his powers, I think we can all believe in his ability to follow through on that. Therefore, we must take the fight to Doom and his lackey. If Doom wins, the Beyonder will grant his sociopathic desires. But we have the power to bring about a new Golden Age, here and throughout the universe. Humans and mutants at peace, Charles. That is what you want, is it not? The cost is not so much when one considers the benefits to be reaped. A fight to the death, my dear. As we agreed, Janet, correct?
You know what's correct, Max? You're a pompous, self-righteous maniac. But you're cute.
Logan could see what was coming a moment before Magneto did. That was the thing about trying to run the world. You were always vulnerable to people nodding and smiling, then sticking a knife in your back. Wasp shrank to her miniature winged form.
Did you seriously think I was agreeing with you? Are you that desperate? I was playing along to find out what you were up to, Magneto. And now that I know, the Avengers will stop you.
Settle down there, Wasp. We're gonna need Magneto. You wanna humble him a little? That's fine by me. But you're not running back to your clubhouse without talking to us first.
The other X-Men tried to catch her, but she nimbly zipped around them. She slipped right through their hands, and her sting hit like a truck. She even slowed down Logan enough to get a head start for the exit. Magneto, his pride stung at least as much as where she'd zapped him, turned to the window.
Little fool! She won't get far.
Logan could see Wasp taking off into the sky in a ship she'd boosted from the hangar. Magneto raised a hand to take her down.
I cannot allow you to do this, Eric.
Allow me? You presume much, Charles.
Listen to me. I could have stopped Wasp from leaving with a thought, but I did not. Last night, I succumbed to the prime danger of the Beyonder's promise. The belief that if I were victorious, I and I alone would know best what wish to demand. In that moment of weakness, I was no better than Doom, or anyone else who compromises principle for results. Eric, you must not fall victim to that same error. I will not permit it.
The two old enemies, who were once friends, glared at each other.
Chuck's probably right. Plus, Mags, you're not wearing your helmet.
Magneto turned his furious glare on Logan, but he did not strike down the fleeing ship.
Okay then, let's make a plan.